Hello, 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 dreamers, and welcome back to Dream Queen by Perla. So, today has been kind of like a low key day, anyways, here. But there was this, I was led to go ahead and do a deliverance dance. Now, I dance almost every single day, to be honest with you. Um, but this dance was specifically for what this message implies. And the thing is that I am being guided to let you guys know, for those of you that have been feeling anxiety, you're being asked to take a step back, really focus on controlling your breathing, because the thing is that it's not anxiety in its totality that you are experiencing. It is excitement for what is coming. But there, because you have been tuning in or paying attention to all of the distraction, is what's causing the anxiety to build up. Now, when you are going into, let's say, a new cycle, a new phase within your journey, there is definitely this huge excitement that overwhelms many of us, correct? Well, what tends to happen is as you're going into the unknown, regardless of what space you're in at the moment, within your own journey, within your own ascension, there's always some type of fear, whether it is consciously or unconsciously. So what happens with that fear is that it tends to sometimes mask itself as anxiety. So if you're feeling a huge amount of anxiety during this time, again, you're being asked to kind of retreat yourself from whatever it is that you're doing. Focus on concentrating on your breath, the in and out, inhale and exhale. And whether it is that you have to meditate or whatever it is, but just kind of take a few minutes and see exactly what is being shown to you. Because again, a lot of you are supposed to be in this place of being in a space of receiving. So that anxiety that you guys are feeling is not anxiety at all. This is the excitement for what it is that you are reaping, for what it is, all the blessings and everything that are coming in your way, all of the manifestation. Well, what tends to happen when you start to worry about how things are going to manifest? What starts to happen when you start worrying about all the things that could go wrong? Well, then you kind of block those manifestations from coming in. So let's go ahead and see. That was kind of like the message that was coming through, but I was like, you know what, let me just go ahead and pull out the water and candle and see. I pull out some oracle cards as well. We're going to be using the Isis oracle cards, and then we're going to be using the mystical dream tower towards the end as well. There is something huge that, and they're showing me literally that, like the new moon. So again, I had made a video a few days ago when I was talking about, like, between the full moon and the new moon, the energies that we are kind of like in the space on, and what it is that needs to be released. If you allow this anxiety or this worry to overtake, I feel that many of you are going to end up losing on a huge opportunity that is presenting itself. It's like a door is being open. You can say a door, a portal, a window, whatever it is, this new moon. And it is about you guys taking that leap of faith and walking through or going through with the energies, with everything, but knowing and realizing that, again, when it comes to kind of realizing what is it exactly that you're feeling, that you are in tune within yourself and listening to your intuition. For some of you, it's hard because I feel that many of you trusted a lot of people, whether within the spiritual journey or out of it, and you felt like you were betrayed. So because of that, whenever anything exciting or something new is coming in, you guys tend to again run back into that anxiety level. And they're literally showing me the mouth of a dragon. You know what how how they portray like in movies and things like that, where the dragon is like literally breathing out fire, and it's like you're being told. And again, to some of you, this is not going to make sense. Those of you that are going to be able to relate to it, then you know exactly where the message is coming from. But it's like the fire coming out of the dragon's mouth is cleansing and clearing, and because that's the thing, like a lot of people feel or think that fire is just destructive, but fire also creates life. Fire itself, it's life. So it's like as everything is being removed, that does not need to be in your space, that does not need to be in your energy. There is new life being created, and some of you unfortunately are missing. This is the part that you guys are supposed to be literally embracing within your journey, because there is a huge transformation for everyone, regardless of what wherever you are in your journey. And it's like a lot of you may be feeling like certain parts of your body feels like they may feel like they're overheating, either your feet or your back. I'm picking up where the intensity of the heat is kind of scaring some of you, like, damn, am I walking into hell? That's literally like the words that I'm picking up. And it's like, again, that mentality or that type of thought is where the anxiety itself is being created. There is this, I don't know what sign that is. It looks like an M with the arrow, and I really don't know. And I should know these signs by like the images, but that's like, and now I'm gonna have. And I left my phone in the kitchen because I don't want to be disturbed. There's definitely, for some reason, the energy of Scorpio wants to come up, and now that does not mean that you're dealing with the Scorpio. We're talking about the Scorpio energy, as far as like being or diving into that darker side of things, learning how to balance, learning to face your own demons, learning to face your own shadow side. A lot of you, if you if you allow yourself to receive between by the not between by the new moon coming up, you guys, by the time you guys have a chance to look back and realize what has transpired, two things are going to happen. You're going to be sitting on two, you're going to be in one side or the other. You missed the opportunity because you were mixing the signals, the messages that were coming through, or you're looking at it and you are literally overwhelmed with this joy or this happiness that you made that transition forward. And now it's like you're sitting in everything that you have been working on towards manifesting. There's also a message, and I feel that maybe just one or two of you are going to relate to this message. What I'm being told is the veil has been lifted. And what that means is not that the veil is thinning out. The veil has been lifted. And again, I feel that that is for maybe one or two of you. And that's going to have a very significant meaning for you specifically. Change is here, guys, whether you want to admit it or not. You're going to start seeing a lot more people that are not quote unquote spiritual or religious, starting to pull or starting to gravitate towards the spirituality, towards trying to find their meaning or trying to find their why. Because the thing is that the shift that we are all in is unmasking a lot of people. And I'm not talking about like the pittiness of, like, people that are going at each other on YouTube spiritually. That's not what I'm talking about. Yes, that is included, but we're talking about worldwide. Leaders within certain organizations, within certain religions, religious groups, within certain, like in every aspect of the way, everyone's masks are falling off. And the question is, do you want to stay within those energies where you feel like you are fighting just to catch your breath? That heat keeps on rising. It's like that's what it feels like. Either for some of you, it started like on your feet, and like you feel the heat like slowly, like every day it's like in a different part of your body, and you feel the heat rising. And that heat rising in itself within you is like, it's kind of scaring some of you, but it's like that is kind of like, at the same time that it's destroying like the old new, what is no longer meant to be there, it is also replacing it with the new. So it's like it's not just about you listening to readings or you meditating or anything like that. It's like physically your body is going through this huge transformation that again is scaring a lot of you, but you're being asked not to be scared. Do not resist it, is what I'm being told. Let's see. For some of you, you have been waiting for a sign as to if this is the right time for you to go ahead and move on forward with something. The sign for whoever that is out there has to do with pyramids. They're showing me two pyramids, like Egypt's pyramids, and they're showing them side by side. So for whoever it was that was waiting for that sign, the pyramids they have been shown. So that is for whoever that is. That is your yes. Go ahead and move forward. Some of you are being advised to connect with other spiritual people, spiritual leaders, and some of you are hesitant about it because of things that transpire in the past. But what you have to realize is that the same lesson that you learned in the past, whoever it is that you're connecting with now at a spiritual level, again, and I feel like this is more like spiritual leadership type of thing, they themselves have gone through the same type of challenges. So when you come together with either this one person or these individuals, it's like you guys can all relate. And therefore, it's like there's like this new energy coming in when it comes to the spiritual leaders, regardless of whatever you're into, to be honest with you. And this is not about, again, and it's like showing it to me like blown up. This is not about saying that any spiritual technique is better or higher or above another. It is about bringing down that type of mentality where when you have people going at each other because of the differences or the different belief system. Okay, let's go ahead and see. Some of you have been awaiting someone. Someone has been shown to you in your dream that is coming towards you. Now, this person, for many of you, again, I do feel that they're definitely part of your soul tribe. But how can I put it this way? There is this also kind of like I don't know why the word love keeps on coming up, but it's like I'm not picking up that romantic love, like as far as like a romantic connection. It's about being connected with others that are genuinely or unconditionally, like with unconditional love, trying to help build humanity instead of trying to destroy it or instead of trying to keep it suppressed. There are a lot of messages that are going to be coming forth that, and this is how you're going to kind of be able to tell the difference when the masks are coming out, because and unfortunately this goes around everywhere in the world, guys, not just within spirituality. There are very specific, and it's not that it's just these specific people got the message. It is that these specific people, when they were given the opportunity, when they were given the message, went ahead and stepped up to the plate. They went ahead and took charge. They went ahead and dived into whatever it was that they were being led to dive into, regardless if it looked completely different from what everyone else spiritually was at or where their energy, their frequency was at. People's shadows are, no, what is, yeah, people's shadows are chasing them, and some are refusing to face their own shadows. So instead of facing your shadows, some of you are running away from them because you do not want to admit what it is that you have done. You don't want to admit what it is that you have caused. And this has nothing, and again, this is not about somebody else. This is, I'm not talking about you guys doing something bad to anybody or anything like that. I'm sorry, guys. This light is getting so bright right now. This is about having to admit to yourself that you were put in a position, or you have been put in places, or are in places and spaces where you have been given the opportunity to level up, to make it to the next level, but you didn't. And the reason why you didn't was, again, because you were waiting on someone. You were waiting on someone from your past that you wanted to bring along. And therefore, you were taught the same lesson over and over again. And now, there are. Now, I don't know. Some people are afraid when they see things in their house, whether they see spirits or, shadows, whatever. But some of you, I feel that was kind of like what scared some of you out of making this, like taking the next step, was that you started to see either, what people call ghosts, or things started to happen around your house when it comes to like the energy, the light, things falling, things being moved, and this and this and that. So that part of, when it comes to the spirituality, when it comes to getting to that certain space where you literally can see, when you literally see people that have transition on, coming over, and you can see them as if they're literally physically there. What people call ghost. When you see shadows or whatever, and it's like that in itself scared a lot of you, where you were like, nah, I can't do this. It was like, I need to stay here because this is safe. This is comfortable. And it's like some of you are starting to see those shadows again, or starting to see ghosts, or feeling like you're being visited by ghosts, or getting messages from people that have passed. And again, it's like, do not allow, if you don't want to accept it, you don't have to accept it. But what I'm trying to say is, do not go into that space of fear. Because if you go into that space of fear, I do have a feeling that a lot of you are going to regress back so much that when this new moon comes up, it is going to be revealed to you what is it that you were working through, what it was that you were supposed to be growing through. And then you're gonna be one of those that is sitting there like, man, I missed my opportunity. I'm just saying, guys. Let's go ahead and see. Okay, so I'm sorry, guys. Sometimes I just start to laugh because it's like, and it's not that it's funny. It's just like, it amuses me in a sense, because we're all working towards the same thing, right? We're all trying to evolve. We're all trying to grow. But then when given the opportunity to grow, to evolve, to make it to the next level, we tend to allow certain mentality or certain dialogues hold us back. And I feel that has been the main lesson for a lot, especially like those that are being drawn to this message, is that you have recognized what dialogues within yourself have stopped you from taking those risks, or from taking those chances, from going ahead and diving deep in within the unknown, within those things that man and science can't explain. There is one particular person, and you don't have to be a woman specifically, but this is somebody that is very into, like, very very high within their feminine energy, and there is a child that was lost. So I feel that this was a child that was stillbirth, about 5.5, 6 months, and you had to deliver this child, and for some reason it's either you or your husband or whoever it is that you were having a child with, but there's this presence of this child constantly coming to you and trying to show you. And they're showing me, like, and I don't know what type of flower those are, but I've seen them, like, on TV and things like that. But that's what, like, they're literally showing me. It's like those kind of like white flowers that sit like on the water type of thing. And it's like there's something within that type of flower. Again, do not quote me on it, I don't know the name of it, but that flower and water, and there's something within that that is very significant for you. And I feel that that is in itself what is going to allow you to come, to allow yourself to grow through this experience. Someone speculates or doesn't believe in angels. Don't know who that is. And again, this could be more of what you're going to start seeing, where people that are not religious or people that are not spiritual, let's put it this way, are going to be having these type of encounters. Or maybe you yourself, maybe you have felt your angels, your guides, your ancestors, but you have never physically like seen them. They haven't really presented themselves to you. You just feel their energy around you. And this is the time between now and the new moon where you're going to start like physically seeing them. They're going to be presenting themselves in like a physical form to you. So just be aware of that, guys. So let's go ahead with the Isis Oracle cards. Hold on, guys. Let me just fix it up. And the candle over here. So what energies? What is the challenging energy during this time? Pillar of light. Descent of the start of Isis. And before I get into the book meaning, what I'm picking up is like anything, and this is kind of like that space where people do not want to admit that there is a two side to everything. People don't want to admit that there's a light and a dark side. People do not want to admit that there's good and evil, that there's this and that. In order for one to exist, the other one has to exist. And I feel that that is where that is the space where a lot of you are going into, is having a better understanding of what that truly means, and not what is portrayed on when it comes to like the TV or social media, if that makes any sense. So let's go ahead and see what the book has to say in regards to this. This is a challenging energy, guys, so just keep that in mind. Beings of life, no, it's not life, excuse me. Beings of light and divinity are calling you now. They wish to connect with you more strongly, and you are being guided to strengthen your energy field to allow more of the divine light that seeks you to flow through your body safely and into expression. And again, when we look at that what I was saying at the beginning about a lot of you feeling like there is like this heat, this intense heat rising up, a lot of you are resisting it, or a lot of you are trying to kind of push it back, and you're being asked not to. With the energy that we are currently in, or the advice is healing the divine masculine energy. Osiris rises. Now, when we talk about the divine masculine energy, that is not just about healing the men in the world. Everybody has masculine and excuse me, everybody has masculine and feminine energy. So there's definitely this space here where if you have been ignoring or you haven't been going into healing your masculine energy, then there's definitely a space here where you're being guided to do it, whether you're female or male. Now, I always try, whenever I do any type of reading, I don't do them based on a sex gender. Whatever comes up, guys. So the divine masculine within men and women, in the energy that allows for protection, discernment, healing, and a sense of deep safety and holding, even through the most uncomfortable circumstances of life. When the masculine within us is healthy and strong, we have an inner strength to hold ourselves safe through anything. Your inner masculine is going through healing right now, growing stronger in his ability to offer you inner protection and stability so that your inner feminine can blossom with creative expression. So now, when we were talking, and this is the thing, is that a lot of people, again, it's like it's going to become very clear to you that what you have been feeling as anxiety is more of an excitement that you, and I seriously, somebody really wants me to shut up. Excuse me. What you have been feeling as anxiety is truly excitement. And when you are balanced within yourself, when you're able to recognize, because the thing is that it is is like what distinguishes between anxiety and excitement is very, like, there's a very, very fine line within those feelings when you're feeling them in your body and what it does to your body. So it can definitely, again, confuse a lot of people. But let's go ahead and see what is the outcome energy. And then we're going to go ahead and clarify these energies with some tarot. This was not planned, guys. I was just kind of relaxing, dancing with my dogs. Because it is what it is. It's Friday night. That's what I do on Friday nights. Alrighty, so we have the outcome: flower of life, divine creativity, and manifestation. Again, this whole thing with the manifestation, I feel that a lot of you, unfortunately, if you're stuck or you're staying stuck within the fear or within the anxiety, you're going to miss a huge opportunity to manifest, a huge opportunity that's being presented to you during this time. Let's go ahead and see what the book has to say before we go ahead and pull out some tarot. You are entering a fertile period of your life. Focus on your innate creativity and how potent this is becoming, and watch it rapidly grow. You are guided to think of yourself as a creative being and to surrender your control over how things will manifest and instead allow them to do so. Don't resist change. Instead, flow and let it happen. Now is the time for your blossoming. Again, and I feel that because so many have been working towards something, so many have been literally focusing, meditating, releasing, healing, and all these other things. Now that you're right there at the brink of manifesting, at the brink of receiving, there are, again, these, some of you are still within this space, healing the divine masculine, right? You're welcome, Krista. So there's definitely this space where, because you're here, right, you're in this space of healing the divine masculine. A lot of you have still yet to realize that this is a space for you right now. These energies that you're feeling is not about anxiety. It's not about fear. It is about manifestation. It's about creation. So if you're not balanced within yourself, you're definitely going to end up missing that. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to focus this down just because I'm going to pull out quite a few cards. And then don't worry, guys, you'll see my face before I go ahead and leave. Let's go ahead and see what energies from the past are still lingering around that they need to be aware. What is the energy from the past that is lingering around, that is still keeping them within that anxiety? The dreamer protector. And again, I feel that we have the Seven of Swords and the wisdom teacher. And then we have the wisdom teacher is in the reverse, guys. So what I'm seeing here is somebody being very, very, very resistant when it comes to change. Because a lot of you, again, associate fire in itself with destruction. You associate fire, you associate change, or anything that changes or anything that comes in new that you didn't plan for, you feel that it's not meant to be in your life. So it's like, whether it is, a gift that is being gifted to you, you have been in this space where you have pushed it aside or you have pushed it away in the past because it didn't come the way you wanted, or it felt different. It felt different. It was an energy or something that you had never experienced before. And that definitely scared a lot of you. And you didn't want it. You pushed it aside. You felt that what you had at the moment, you needed to protect. It's kind of like this energy, and this is not to be judgmental, guys, but what I'm picking up is a space where somebody feels that they are, like, they know it all, and therefore, regardless of what advice comes in, you're resisting to take in. So what energies? What is the advice? What is the advice when it comes to this? What is the advice when it comes to this? What is the advice? The Ten of Wands. A lot of you really have to go in within yourself, I feel. Really talk about what it is that you truly want, what it is that you're truly trying to manifest with the Six of Pentacles. Because a lot of you have a lot of big dreams. A lot of you have been pushed or guided to make huge, huge changes. But with those changes comes new territory, comes new these new energies that you have never been in before. And you have to be ready again to step up to the plate. And when you're told to move forward in one direction, when you're told to take a leap, when you're told to go there, to do this, and this is not somebody that's coming like calling you and telling you to do these things, guys. I'm talking about your intuition. Your intuition is leading. Your intuition is the one telling you to do all these things, right? But you have to be 100% honest with yourself that you're willing to go all the way. Because here we have the dream carrier. It's like a lot of you want to see yourself in a certain position. A lot of you want to see yourself doing something very specific, but that hesitation then gets you into a space or place where then you see others living out your dreams. You see others going after the things that you want to go to. So if you want to go ahead and truly start manifesting and truly start going after what it is that you want, then you have to be honest with yourself. Are you willing to take the risk? Are you willing to take the opportunities as they're being presented to you, instead of just staying in that space of wishing and hoping? All right, what is the outcome? What is the outcome? What is the outcome? We have the Four of Swords, we have the Eight of Cups, and then we have the Three of Wands. When I'm looking at this Four of Swords, the Eight of Cups, and then the Three of Wands. A lot of you, I feel, are going to get stuck within this energy of not wanting to accept something, not wanting to accept some type of help. So like the way that I'm picking this up is like, it's like a 50-50 chance. Let's put it this way. Half of you are going to take this leap and are going to move forward. And half of you are going to stay stuck. Half of you, whatever it is that you're trying, whatever it is in your path that is guiding you to see the truth, that is guiding you to release the anxiety, you're too scared to take that step forward. You're too scared to go into that part of the unknown. You either feel that you're not ready or you're not prepared. And those of you that feel that you are ready, you are prepared, you're diving straight in. You're diving straight in. And then with this Three of Wands in the reverse, it's like, again, there's definitely, I feel that there's help that is still trying to come in from this wisdom teacher, whoever this person is, or if this is your angels, your guides, or your ancestors. And it's like, when I look at the Four of Swords, a lot of you are still suppressing this energy or still pushing this energy aside. And those of you that are taking the leap, I feel that you're asking your ancestors, your angels, you're asking for forgiveness, or you're forgiving yourself for not taking this leap or this chance that was given to you back here. Is like you're finally forgiving yourself. You're finally releasing yourself from that guilt, which is going to allow you to go ahead and dive into it. So whatever fears you are feeling, whatever it is that you feel has you in the space of fear, my advice to you guys during this time is to go ahead and meditate, pray, and see what comes up, and try as much as you can to heal yourself from that, so that you can go ahead and take advantage of this opportunity. Because I feel that, again, you guys want to do something. You guys want to, there's something that you're trying to create, something that you're trying to go, but you're not taking the chances or the opportunities. It's like, because you want to go ahead and start something and then right away be at the top, if that makes any sense. But it's like, how committed are you really to your dreams? How committed are you really to your goals? So with healing the divine masculine, what is the past energy, the challenging energy that they need to release? The Seven of Swords again with the Ten of Wands. how you can't, and again, guys, this is what I'm picking up. It's like there's a space of the Master of Secrets in the upright. There's a space where you guys can't lie to yourself anymore. You can't put the blame of where it is that your life is at on anyone or anything. You have to be brutally honest with yourself as to why it is that you're stuck in the situation you are, whether this situation is financially, whether this situation is within your home, romantically, career-wise. There is definitely a space here of needing to face that, needing to face that you yourself put yourself in this position. Nobody else did. So that blaming game that you have been playing for years with others needs to stop. You want something, then you go ahead. When the opportunity is given to you, you go ahead and you take it. Right now, you guys are given the opportunity to heal. You're given the opportunity to release whatever it is that is allowing you to feel unsafe, whatever it is that is allowing you to stay in a space of fear. You go ahead, you take it or you don't take it. The advice, the innocent in the reverse. Do not, and I feel, why? Excuse me, guys. The dreamer angel. And then we have the 10 of Wands. There's definitely this space here where you guys are hesitant to take the leap or hesitant to take the step. There is a hesitation here because, and I feel that the hesitation is coming from not wanting to accept. Because if you take accountability for the fact that your life is where it's at because of your reactions or your response to the past, then that takes the weight off of someone else that you have been trying to put it on. So with the innocent in the reverse, as far as like not wanting to take that leap, is because you have to free someone from a prison that you created. And this is kind of funny because it's like the person doesn't feel in prison, but you have them in a prison saying that it's their fault that you haven't manifested. It's their fault that you haven't done anything. So in order for you to go ahead and reverse this, to go ahead and take the leap, you have to free yourself from that mentality. And then we have the dreamer angel and then the 9 of Wands. The minute you go ahead and you do that, the minute that you forgive yourself, you take that accountability, you allow yourself to be brutally honest with yourself, then I feel that you are going to start walking towards, you're going to start going back into that space of believing in your own dreams, believing in what it is that you are meant to do. Whether it is that you were writing a book and then you stopped, whether it was that you were doing tarot cards and then you stopped, or whatever it was, whatever your dream is. You wanted to be a musician, you wanted to write music, you wanted to work with animals. It doesn't really matter. Whatever it is that you're being guided to do that you gave up on, that you're putting the blame on someone else because you gave up on this because of someone else, regardless of whether it was love or finance, whatever it was. When you go ahead and you release that, right, and you stop hesitating and you start taking those steps forward, I do feel that it's like there's going to be this huge energy of like really going full force without allowing anything, or not, at least because you're going to feel safe within whatever it is that you're doing. You're going to feel like you're in the right path, and you're going to be able to again allow that feminine side, that creative side within yourself to flourish and to come out. Because a lot of you know exactly what you want to do. A lot of you know exactly what it is that you want to create, but you're hesitating and you're keeping yourself back. A lot of this also, what I'm picking up, has to do with a lot of self-doubt, whether you feel that if you can make it or not, or if you're going to be successful. And again, that is going to be cleared when you're done with this healing the divine masculine energy. What is the outcome? We have the 6 of Wands. We have the 3 of Cups in the reverse. What I feel with this outcome with the 3 of Cups in the reverse, guys, and then we have the 8 of Wands in the reverse. There's definitely a complete death, a complete ending of a cycle to an old you, to an old type of mentality, to an old way of going around with your manifestation, with your life. With the Three of Cups in the reverse, it's like you are finally realizing or finally recognizing, because we have the Six of Wands here as the first one, that it is up to you to be happy. It is a choice that you have every single day. Yes, there are going to be challenges every single day. That is always going to happen. But are you going to allow yourself every day to be dragged by other people's misery? Because the misery that a lot of you are experiencing, a lot of that anxiety, a lot of that anger, a lot of that hatred, a lot of that stuff has nothing to do with what's going on within yourself. It is that you are allowing it to come in, you are receiving it to come in, and then you're sitting there. It's like if people are coming for you, and again, and I keep on saying this, if people come towards you for advice, if they themselves are not balanced, first of all, they're not in a position to give you advice, because your advice is going to be prejudiced. It's going to be one-sided. If you yourself know that you're not in a place at the moment to give someone advice, then there's nothing wrong with you saying, you know what, I can't comment on that, or I'd rather not speak on that right now, because you yourself are dealing with something at the moment, and there's nothing wrong with that. That is why you go ahead and you connect with the individuals that you do while you're on this path. You start to connect with like-minded people. You start to connect with people that are in the same frequency as you, because if you go ahead and you call them and you tell them, like, hey, somebody calls you and be like, oh my God, I really need to talk to you, I'm having a hard day, and you're like, you know what, give me a few minutes or give me 20 minutes, because you want to do whatever it is in not just for your best interest, but also for theirs, where you're in a space, in a place where you can be neutral to the advice that you're going to give, and you're not fueling the anger or the depression or the anxiety, because then what's going to happen is that anxiety, that depression, everything is going to be reflecting back to you. And that's a lot of the things that a lot of people do not like to talk about, but it's true. So again, your main focus right now is to finish healing this divine masculine energy within yourself, so that then you can be of service to others, and others can be of service to you as well. But it has to be something that you guys want to free yourself. Excuse me. You have to want to free yourself from this energy that really keeps you trapped and really keeps you in a space of not creating or not going forward to what it is that you want to do. All right, and let's see. For the outcome, we have the Flower of Life. All right, so what is the main challenging energies that they're going to face as they're walking or moving towards this energy? And like, I'm going to be like, and I'm being completely honest with you guys. I have my dates when I like to post things, right? Certain days, like tomorrow I'll go live with the pick a card because it's Saturday. So today when I was told, go on live, and I'm like, no, today is Friday, I don't go live on Fridays, but I have been going live a little bit more. Could it be that I'm moving into the direction where I'm going to have to be live more to give like energy readings or whatever it is? It could be that, but what I'm trying to say is that I'm not resisting it. I'm not sitting here and being like, you know what, I'll just give the message tomorrow when I do the pick a card. No, because the pick a card tomorrow has nothing to do with today's message. So there's definitely this space where a lot of people have to stop. You have to stop selling yourself short. Regardless of how many people you reach, we have the Seven of Pentacles. It doesn't really matter, because those that need to hear whatever it is that you have to say, those that need to hear the message are going to receive it. So we have the Seven of Pentacles with the Five of Wands. And I feel that's what I was saying, because a lot of you feel that, all right, let's put it this way. I could sit here, right? When I go ahead and I look, okay, there's one person watching right now, right? I could go ahead and say, it's not worth my time for me to sit here and have 1 or 5 people watching me or get the message. Until I don't have 100 people watching me, I'm not going to go live. Then what am I really doing? Am I really going by my faith, or am I negotiating with the universe? Am I negotiating with spirit as to whether it is, okay, well, if you don't allow 100 people to see me, I'm not going to go ahead and give the message. No, because then that's me living from my ego. That's not me going by faith. Me going by faith is jumping in. Whether there's one person watching, nobody watching, 10 people watching, 100 people watching, it doesn't really matter. I'm going to get the message out there. Those that are going to be led to the message are going to watch the message when they are ready, when the time is right for them to watch the message, right? Right. And that's exactly what you guys have to start doing. You guys have to stop wanting this perfect timing to occur. You have to move away from that space. So now here we have the sorcerer as the another one of the challenging energy. There's definitely a space here where you have to realize how amazing and how great you are. And I'm not just saying that just to say it. You have to know that you have been put in this position, or you have been given this gift, you have been given this knowledge, you have been given this message, or whatever it is that you guys are doing, because you have put in the work. You have gone ahead, you have seek whatever it is that you were asked to seek. You have gone ahead and made a true, how can I put it this way? Through every challenge that you face, you were growing through it. You were not just sitting there and waiting for people to come and fix whatever it was that needed to be healed, whatever it was. When you were angry, when you had resentment, when you had depression, when you had whatever it was, you didn't sit there and waited, or are not sitting there waiting for someone to apologize or to give you permission to feel happy. So because of that, a lot of you are definitely being moved into different energies. The thing is, are you going to allow yourself to go through the entire transition, or are you going to allow, again, the anxiety, which a lot of you are feeling, that, to be honest with you, it is not anxiety. It is not anxiety. It's excitement for what is coming. It is excitement for the knowledge, for the wisdom, for the love, for everything that you are going to be receiving. But if it is masked, or if it's interpreted as anxiety, because again, what it does to your body is very similar. But if you interpret it as anxiety, what is going to happen? You're not going to take the leap. You're not going to move forward. You're going to stay stuck in the same space that you're currently in. So let's go ahead. As the advice, we have the judgment in the reverse. Judgment is not coming from anyone outside of you. No one outside of you, meaning in the physical sense. I'm not talking about spirituality, guys, here. I'm talking about in the physical sense. Again, a lot of you want to be given the permission to be happy. A lot of you want to be given the permission to forgive, to enjoy your life, to enjoy your gifts, to enjoy breathing, to enjoy walking. You want a permission, then there it is. You can be grateful. You can be happy. You can be joyous. You don't have to allow anybody, you don't have to wait for anybody to come and tell you, okay, now you get to be happy. Now you get to be sad. Why? Everybody's given the same opportunity. Everybody's given the same chances. All right, so let's go ahead and see. And then we have the 9 of Cups. And then one more for the advice. And that's the thing. A lot of people allow their past actions, things that they have done, things that they're not very proud of, to hold them back. And the thing is that we are all human. At one point or another, everybody has done something, either towards somebody or towards themselves, that they're not happy or they're not proud about. But the thing is that as we go through experiences, as we go through these challenges, as we continue to grow, as we continue to evolve, we realize that that is just part of humanity. That is just part of life. But it's like, if I know that I am not perfect, then I can't go ahead and tell somebody else, oh, you need to be perfect. Because who am I? All I can tell you is, personally, what I've experienced, what I've known, is that I don't need anyone's apology. I don't need anyone's permission to free myself, or I don't need anyone's permission in order to either forgive myself or forgive them. Now, if I know that if I've done something wrong, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to own it. I'm going to apologize. Now, it is up to you if you want to receive it or not. You not receiving my apology has nothing to do with me. That has to do with you. And that's kind of like the area where a lot of us are being taken to, that, yeah, nobody's going to be perfect. Being spiritual does not mean that you're always looking at the light, that you're always looking at the positive, because there is a lot of negative things happening all around the world. And it's not about shutting your eye to it, but it's about not being sucked with it down as everything else is crumbling down. with the 9 of Cups energy. What else do we have for the advice? So we have the dreamer of wands. So again, a lot of you, when you realize that it is not about who's passing judgment on you or about you passing judgment on anyone else. It is about you, focusing on your growth, focusing on what you yourself are being led to do. What you yourself are being led to do for humanity, how it is that you are to help others, how it is that you are to guide others or serve others, or whatever it is that you are meant to do in this time. Whether it is, again, I have a feeling some of you are meant to be working with animals. There are a lot of animals out there that need homes, that need help, and a lot of you have been led to do that, and you guys have to definitely see how it is that you're going to start that up. Because what I keep on hearing is like the animals need you. So as your outcome, we have the wisdom teacher. I definitely feel, again, when I was doing the watering candle, where a lot of you, the type of connections, cards are starting to fly out, the type of connection that you guys are connecting with during this time are going to be very significant moving on forward. We have the wisdom teacher with the 6 of Pentacles. And what I'm picking up here is, again, there's going to be advice. There is advice that has been coming through that is going to allow you to release some type of mentality, because here with the 5 of Pentacles is like a lot of you have been keeping yourself trapped. If we go back to the beginning, what we're talking about here, not wanting to open up to like something new, like feeling like going down that road is wrong or something like that. It's like there's definitely a heavy this is some type of belief system that is being removed completely out of your space. And then we have here again the dream protector. But remember, when we were first started with the cards, this one was in the reverse. So now it's like, you know that you don't have to, how can I put it this way? You don't have to give up on yourself, or you don't have to give up on your dreams, or you don't have to push advice or wisdom coming just because it's coming in a different form, just because it's coming in a different way, just because it's coming from a different avenue or a different person. Whether this is somebody that practices a different religion or does different spiritual things, is that you're being asked, not like you're coming out, you were being asked, let's say at the beginning, not to be so close-minded. And here I feel that there's definitely this huge, amazing growth within your spirituality, within your own self, that is definitely going to allow you, with this creative energy that is upon us during this time, to really manifest. All right, guys, I'm trying to see if anything else wants to come up, but that's pretty much it. That was kind of sitting there for a while. So I went ahead and, did a little delivering dance for everybody that is willing and wanting to free themselves from those, it is what it is. We're all growing. We are all evolving. It is part of life. I'm like sweating like crazy now. But that is pretty much it, guys. Let me see. Go ahead. SW, you're welcome. It's not about fixing yourself. It's about growing, to be honest with you. We all go, everybody calls it differently and everything else, but is basically just evolving, and it's just growing and not allowing ourselves to believe that we have to stay stuck where we are at. Well, guys, thank you for spending this time with me. Breathe. I think we're done now. No, guys, thank you for all the love and support. Thank you for spending this time with me. Thank you for all of you that have been donating to the channel. Sending every single one of you love, strength, and blessing, guys. I will be on tomorrow. Not exactly what time yet. I haven't decided on Saturdays what time I'm doing them, but I will be doing the pick a card. The pick a cards are going to be posted, just the pictures, on Instagram and Facebook early in the morning, probably before 8 a.m. Eastern time. So anytime after 8 a.m. Eastern time, I will reveal the cards, and then we're going to go ahead and see what the tarot has to say. Have a good night, guys. I was going to say have a good day. Well, it's day for some of you, but for us, it's nighttime here. So have a good night. Take care, guys. Love you all. Mwah. Bye-bye. See if we can finish this. and